For the last 4 years, it felt like God was silent. It came at a time in my life that was full of grief, change for my family, and navigating my faith, all while I walked through divorce. And it felt like no matter how hard I prayed, no matter how much I worshiped, no matter how much I served or got involved in my small group, it felt like God was silent. Because it felt like after everything I've gone through, and after all I had to endure, why would God choose to be silent? Why would he choose to abandon me like this? I continued to pray and ask God to speak to me. And week after week, year after year, I was met with silence. I help lead worship here, and a couple months ago, as I was getting ready before the service, out of pure desperation and helplessness and a little bit of frustration, I called out to God and asked him to speak with me. And out of utter desperation, tears began to fall. I told God that he needed to show up for me, that he needed to speak to me, that he couldn't abandon me, that he couldn't walk away from me, that he couldn't leave me alone. And he promised to show up. He promised to be there for me. I asked him to show up for me that morning in a way that I would know, in a way that I could see that he was there for me. And that morning we sang Tremble, and some of the lyrics that really spoke to me were, Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. It was during that song, and specifically those lines, that God showed up. I felt his presence, I felt his power, and I felt him saying, I am here. I am with you. I have the power over darkness, and I'm here, and I will not leave you. Seeing God show up like that, and in such a clear, tangible way, really made me realize at that moment that God will always be with me, and that he is my refuge, no matter whether life is falling apart, whether it shatters, but that he will always be there with me, and he is my refuge.